Let's jump to audience analysis, right? So audience analysis at a high level, this is bringing audiences and profile data from Experience Platform and directly into Customer Journey Analytics. So you can fully understand how your audiences are behaving across the entire journey. Now, it's just two pieces. What's available today is about establishing that foundation, right? You have a unified, up-to-date view of your audiences. This is refreshing daily, and you can consistently understand your audience size, overlap, maybe where those audiences are coming from. And because it's built directly into CJA, audiences become part of your analysis. You can just use them like any other dimension or segment and ask questions like how specific audiences engage across channels, or what are they actually doing in the experiences and how that translates to conversions and outcomes. And like I mentioned, this is two pieces. So as it evolves into the next release of this, right, you'll see this expand further into understanding how audience performance changes over time, how customers move between audiences, and how that connects across identities. So this is all going to feed into a continuous cycle where you're not just defining audiences, but you're analyzing them, you're refining them, improving them based on real behavior. And that's what ultimately enables a better personalization strategy, better decisions across your customer experiences. So Charles, love your perspective here. How are customers thinking about audience analysis today, right? What does this release do for you?
Yeah, so like one quick win, I guess, or way this has been used is like there's that overlap visualization where we had that kind of Venn diagram of audiences and what the overlap of those was in between. So a lot of times, like when marketing teams are doing audience strategy, sometimes they don't necessarily realize that they're actually targeting the same user multiple times when they're building audiences, because they might, for example, build an audience of people that viewed category A versus category B, or took action A and action B, and then try and activate that through paid media or apply a personalization tactic. And those Venn diagrams have been really useful to actually try and seed like mutually exclusive audiences, or figure out scenarios where we can seed larger audience pools by doing combined audiences to kind of increase addressability. So we've seen some great wins for our customers using like Adobe's Real-Time CDP, using this to actually understand the performance layer of that audience, or even figure out kind of what that performance is going to be before they apply the activation to it.
Yeah, and I mean, speaking about activation and this being a continuous cycle, right? This also really feeds into the wider Adobe ecosystem, because now you have that connected value of being able to publish audiences to CDP, bring them back in for analysis, for refinement, and then further publishing to CDP or AJO. So sorry, I left that AJO there, but yeah, it's actually both of those products. So how are you thinking about this in terms of just the wider capabilities, the wider value across the Experience platform?
Yeah, I mean, I think the short is feature releases like this are really important for driving activation. We're always trying to actually prove that we can do something with our data. And through like RTCDP or AJO, or if anyone's using kind of competitive solutions to those, actually using data to action a journey, send a unique email, send a unique message, unique offer, actually roll out an A/B or multivariate kind of test with it. All of that, I think the drive is to not just kind of have our data kind of sitting on the sidelines, but figure out kind of unique and high value ways we can leverage it for action. And this is, I think, the most important kind of component that this starts to really bring to life.